Hello, my name is Nicole Rosa, and the topic that I chose is how social media plays a part in how we see ourselves, such as body image and self-esteem, and also how social media can affect us with eating disorders, how we can develop eating disorders from social media. I chose this topic because social media plays such a huge role in this generation's lives. We are so consumed in it, in Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. Our world basically revolves around it sometimes. We want to get all the likes on our posts. We want people to see it and love it. And if we see someone post something similar to us, or maybe not even similar, we feel like we should look like that, if that makes sense. We want to strive to look like Instagram models and models in general. And when we don't look exactly like that, our versions of ourselves, how we perceive ourselves, goes way down, which of course plays a role in our body image and our self-esteem, and it goes all downhill. I chose this topic also because of the personal struggles that I felt within it. I know in high school it was even worse, and seeing all my classmates get more Instagram likes than I did just really hurt, and seeing Instagram models, like I said before, and people on Facebook, it just hurt. And it's such a huge struggle on our shoulders that hopefully will be lifted sooner than later. I think that all age groups who can understand this topic, it would be beneficial for them to gain more knowledge about it, because for the older generation, they don't really understand social media all that well. They don't really care about it as much as this generation and younger do and will, because that's just not how they were brought up. They don't really understand Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. So if they can have more knowledge about how we see it and how we view ourselves from social media, then they will be a little more conscious and careful about what we post and what they post and all that. The response that I hope to get out of this is that, like I said before, people will be more careful about what they post, and if they see something that maybe isn't appropriate or isn't the nicest thing, then they can reach out to that person and say, hey, this wasn't really cool. If you can just take this down, it could be really triggering for someone. Or also, if they see someone who is struggling, then they can kind of reach out to them and say, I'm here for you if you ever need to talk. This is your safe space. I'm all ears. Because hearing those words and feeling that somebody cares about you really, really goes a long way. Heather Gallivan has an amazing article called Teen Social Media and Body Image, and she includes statistics on body image, and she has incredible facts about what influences body image, and at the age that young girls start to feel like they need to change themselves. She says at age 10, girls start to notice that, oh, maybe I'm not as skinny as my classmate. Maybe my cousin is prettier than me. And I just thought that her article was really helpful when researching different age groups, and if it's just teens or more teenagers and more young adults, but she was really inclusive about all of that. Myra Golan wrote an academic journal called In Favor of Myself, Preventative Program to Enhance Positive Self and Body Image Among Adolescents. And In Favor of Myself, when I read her article, it was this amazing program where adolescents were able to have this safe space. They were able to have this program where they can have this outlet where they can voice their feelings, and they had all these people there to help them feel better, therapists, social workers, all this, where they won't feel so empty inside, and they won't look at themselves in the mirror and say, I don't like what I see, let me change it in an unhealthy way. So that was really helpful, looking for a preventative program, even if it was just a group of people who can come and talk, even if it was just that, or maybe a group of friends. Any preventative program will help, and hers was really, really awesome. Another article that I found was by the National Eating Disorders Association, and this was one of the most helpful that I thought. It's called How Does Social Media Affect Your Body Image? Not only was this article helpful in them explaining how, social media affects your body image, but they had quotes from actual people who have been hurt by social media, and you really got an insight of how they feel and what their safe haven was for when they had their eating disorder, or if they even still do. You really got to know and feel what they felt. And Bindal Makwana wrote an article called The Inquisitive Mind, and it's about how social media portrays body image and how it hurts young people. She talked about a specific hashtag called #thinspo, and basically you can put #thinspo on any public social media site like Instagram and Twitter, and you go on there and you see pictures of girls who suffer from anorexia, and it's almost as if they're encouraging this behavior because they want other people to feel the pain that they feel. And young adults and teenagers, they'll see this and they'll be like, oh, how did they get so skinny? I want to be that skinny, and they'll do it. And it's not healthy. And she talks about this, and it also ties into In Favor of Myself, because in Favor of Myself, like I said before, they've got this preventative program for these triggers that they won't see that, and hopefully #thinspo and things that are similar to that will be taken down, and you won't be able to post anything on there anymore, because it's sad. It's very, very sad. As far as my research goes, there's still a little more I would like to find. Things like how our brain, what happens in our brain to exactly make us feel that way, if that makes sense. Like, what happens in our brain to make us want to binge eat or purge or starve ourselves, and what makes our brain say when we're looking at a picture, say, oh, I need to look like that, or else I don't love myself. Also things like why cyberbullying takes a bigger toll on teenagers and young adults than bullying in person does. But I think that's it as far as my research goes, because I've done a lot of research. And I expect that I will find a lot of outlets for teens and young adults that they can go through for support, because like I said before, at the end of the day, a few kind words and a great support group can go such a long way. You won't feel so isolated in yourself. You won't feel so alone. And that's one of the biggest problems, is these young adults and these teenagers, they feel so isolated when they get these feelings. And it's really sad that they feel that way. And like I said before, from personal experience, sometimes you just need a group of friends to reach out to you and say, hey, I'm here for you. So that is my topic, and I'm really looking forward to finishing my paper and submitting it. Thank you.